welcome to another edition of Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. It's Twisted Thursday. That's right, Tuesday and Thursday. Carol Brendolino, my co-host, filling in for my wife, Laura Ocean, everybody. I hope you guys are having a great day today. Even though the snowstorm we were supposed to have. We got maybe about 2 to 4 inches here by us.
Yeah.
A little by the lake was a little bit more. Lake Geneva got hit by 7 inches.
Okay.
So they got a little bit more. And the sun is shining right now. So it's going to melt a little bit. And it's supposed to 75% chance of snow on Friday, tomorrow, and 60% chance of snow on Saturday. So we'll see what happens, folks. It's that day. It is Thursday, February 13th, the day before Valentine's Day. Every show is dedicated to the first responders and mostly all our people in the military. And thank you to our veterans who fought for our country and making it great again. We have a great show lined up for you today. So make sure you guys stick around. It's showtime. Let's go to work. Yeah. It's at one of those days, folks.
It is.
You know what? I bite my nails, Carol. Do you bite your nails?
Yes, I would if I didn't have. I got mine finally done.
Yeah,
after
right.
year.
But I bite my nails all the time, and it's like, it drives me crazy. It's a nervous thing. We all got this nervous thing that we all get, right? It's always that. I remember when I had longer hair, I would twirl it till it's like knotted. I mean, it would just
really.
Like, you should drive me crazy.
Nervousness, it's like, nervous energy.
Yes, that's what I got. My mind is thinking like all the time. And it's like, I just wish I can just
breathe,
lay it off, but I can't.
Me too.
It's just crazy.
I feel you.
You're watching Ocean's Pit. It's Thursday, Twisted Thursday. Of course, Carol Brendolino is kind enough to do Thursday nights with us, lunchtime here until Laura is back. Laura is home, doing much better. So thank you, everybody who sent packages and flowers and cookies. And thank you guys so much just for the texts and all that stuff. She's doing very well. So thank you for that. All right, we got a good show today. Before we're going to tell you what's going on today, let's get right to Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local, these great stores, the JRC Ace Hardware stores. That's right, it's cold outside and salt is trending. All JRC Ace Hardware stores in Chicagoland area are stocked with salt. 50-pound bags of ice melter is only $10.99. 50-pound bags of rock salt is only $9.99. And they didn't forget your furry friends. They also have pet-safe salt options. And they have the best deals when it comes to snowblowers, folks. Toro 821QZE single-stage snowblower is only $8.99 compared to the competitors selling it for $9.49. It's Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. All right. Now, usually when we do the show Monday, solo, then I got Tuesday now and Thursday with Carol. Wednesday we have a guest, and tomorrow we have a guest. But today, Carol has met somebody that we know is doing something good with it. Well, he had an interesting life, and he's doing a big benefit coming up this Saturday. So, Carol, tell what we got coming up.
Yeah, so Nick DeBreezy, he has a foundation, and it is all about, it's been around for 8 years. It's called Breathe Like a Boss. And I know Nick's brother from many, many years ago. So we kind of got in touch again online, and I saw he was doing all this, and I reached out to him. Great family, and it has to do with cystic fibrosis and also lung or transplant recipients. And his foundation has been around 8 years, and his story is going to blow your mind. But he's doing so much good with it. And it's a bocce ball tournament coming up, so he's going to come on around 20 till around 11:40 and tell his story. It's amazing.
When you told me about it, I was definitely interested. And when someone's going through all that, from looking at everything he's went through,
Yes.
Besides, being in real estate for a lot of years, doing that as a job as an actor, he had a recurring role in the TV show Fargo,
Mhm.
and his health issues. I'm surprised that he's still alive. Most people would have
I
dropped, but
mean,
I think because of how he's doing and what he's doing there and bring back to help people in need is another great thing.
yes.
So
Yeah.
looking forward to that. All right, so crazy again. It's the snow. I guess it's the media again that's scaring the shit out of everybody, and it seems
Mhm.
like it just happens all the time. Like I
Mhm.
said, we got maybe 2 to 4 here by us
Right.
in Elk Grove.
Yeah.
Lakefront was more like 6 to 7. They said in the
Mhm.
lakefront.
Yeah.
Obviously, I know Lake Geneva got about 7 to 8. So it's just it's crazy. But
Yeah.
hey, it is what it is. That's Chicago. That's what we're doing, right?
Chicago. That. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
100%.
Tonight, folks, will be a tavern on the Point. It's going to be in Edison Park. Me and Jerry Jams, a great little place. John and his brother do a great job, and we're excited to be there tonight. Tomorrow, it's a sold-out show at 115 Bourbon Street in
Mhm.
Marionette Park. I got a senior show during the day. And then I've got that coming afterwards. So it's going to be a lot of fun with Ocean's Rat Pack. Saturday and Sunday, we are at Ron Onesti's Club Arcata Speakeasy, oshows.com for both shows. All right. So
Mhm.
a lot of stuff to talk about here as we get into this crazy stuff here. The NFL, first of all, the halftime show that we did talk about that.
Right.
Basically, a lot of NFL analysts were saying, people, that this halftime show was a message saying that they hate America.
Hmm.
Supposedly, with Samuel Jackson dressed up as Uncle Sam, and a lot of different sneaky stuff that they're like hinted stuff that we don't know about. But it was interesting. But it was so bad from the sponsors that the NFL actually made a statement apologizing for
Really?
a
Oh,
halftime show.
I
You
didn't
look
see
into that.
that.
Yeah, they're apologizing on that, and I think because they got a lot of beef from the sponsors. I'm sure. I mean, that's how it is with anything when you do something. Just like these people who talk on the radio or they talk on television, stuff like that.
Right.
A lot of them have a sponsor, and if you kind of piss off them, you kind of lose them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got to sometimes you got to keep your politics out of it when it's that big of a platform. I mean, come on, the Super Bowl, you're going to pick that to put all this shit
Well,
out there, but you did
it's
it
a
for the
time to
numbers.
send. Yeah, it's a time to send a message if you want to do it. It's
That's
also a good
true.
time to
That's
do it
true.
for the person who's doing that. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Yep.
So, I don't know if what kind of Super Bowl halftime we're going to have moving forward. We'll see what happens. Dennis, Lake Geneva, how you doing? Tony, in the house. Ronnie B, buddy, what's up, buddy? I hope you're well. Let's see, Patrick Mark, we all booked up for the 27th. Well, thank you, Patrick. Kathy, Dennis, again. Okay, Jill, Indiana. Jeff, what's up, buddy? Seventh Heaven in the house. We're all okay. Just saying hello to Pamela, Dina. How you doing? All right. So it's Twisted Thursday. You can see Laura's not with us, and Carol's going to be doing Tuesday and Thursday with us until Laura gets back on her feet. So, all right. So with everything going on here, I'm just trying to, wow. Finally, they got him, folks. Michael Madison, Madian, finally went down as what is he? The 9 counts. He was former
Oh, Madigan?
Madigan.
Madigan?
That's it, yeah.
Okay.
10 counts they got him on, all guilty. I mean, people thought it was going to happen. They said it was going to happen, and he went down. Boy, I mean, they said he's been crooked for a lot of years, and karma is a bitch, right?
Karma's a bitch. And you know what? Somebody said it. I was listening to the AM radio station this morning that I listen to when I get ready in the morning. And they were talking about how they want Doge in like Illinois. So that is the best thing I could have heard. And I thought, you know what? So there'll be nothing left. There'll be nothing left. So when I heard that, I thought this is the best idea, because you know why? People that we see on Facebook, friends of ours, or most of them, at least me, they're all Illinois, right? A lot of people from other places, but see, when it's countrywide, right? They're like, oh, this is BS. This is BS. They're not sending millions here. They're not. And then his spokesperson, that Caroline, can't think of her last name, she comes out and she's reading like literally the lines of the grants, like the money that went from here to there, very transparent. If they do that, you know how easy that is to do from nationwide to a state. like Illinois, they would be able to, in a second, be able to see all of it.
Where all the
And
money's going. Yes,
they
correct.
would go down, and they really need to bring it something like that to Illinois where they are checking everything.
I agree with you
Pritzker
100%.
will go
Yeah.
to jail. Pritzker will be, forget what they did to Blagojevich. Pritzker, he needs to be in there with like
Something's going to happen, folks.
somebody's girlfriend in there for sure.
Absolutely. And you know what? As much Madigan has been crooked at least 3 decades. There you go. Kevin Burke, my old friend in California. Davey Antonelli, I'll see you later today, pal. Vince for Monday, how you doing? Lee Stevens, thank you so much, Lee, for that nice basket robe that you sent, Laura. I appreciate it. Yeah, you're absolutely right. And Brandon Johnson is another one that's got to go. You know what's interesting?
Oh, yeah.
Illinois, like we said yesterday, Trump only lost by 6 points.
Right. That's huge.
Obviously, that people are just not happy what's going on in this country, and people are not happy what's going on in our state. I mean,
right,
it needs
100%.
to be in our city. It needs to be taken care of, you know.
But you know what? The thing is he got so much of the black vote. I don't know what happened for the Super Bowl. What they're saying, it's like everybody seems to just still be. Look, I know there's stuff to be angry about from the past and whatever, but he got the popular vote. He got every kind of vote. He got a lot of Hispanic vote. He got the black vote. This is the first time this has happened ever for Republicans. Yeah. So that many people can't be that unhappy. They can't be.
Absolutely. The people spoke, and it is what it is. And I think he's doing a great job. Yeah. We were talking about the halftime, talking about Super Bowl. I didn't see it. They showed a picture of a lady with a Patrick Mahomes voodoo doll, and she was the whole time hitting the doll with a pin. I mean, it's like, I know. I mean, you know, there's some people that believe in that shit. I don't know, but my God, I mean, it was
interesting stuff. Yeah, if I believed in that, somebody's got a whole crew of people with a Carol doll somewhere, and they're like psycho stabbing it to death because the last few months of my life, somebody's doing something somewhere. So,
well, you know what? I think there's out there people doing stuff to everybody. We don't, you know, what is what it is. We can't make everybody happy. You're right. No, a couple other things, folks. Our website. Thank you. My buddy Carlo reached out to me. Said my website was down yesterday. They had some issues, but it is back up and running. So you can go to Tony Ocean Music, Tony Ocean at music.com, and you can see all our dates there. Coming up. Burger King tomorrow. If you like Burger King, you like fast food, they're giving you a free burger at Burger King. Over there, download the app and get that if you're into that shade and stuff. With the weather now, crazy now, people got to be careful out there. They found 2 kids, according to ABC, in the parking garage of Hollywood Casino, froze to death in the back seat of the cars. Probably couldn't start, or it could have been looking for a shelter. You know, they probably got in somebody's car, froze to death.
Oh
2
my
kids.
God.
It's crazy, right? You got to watch out for that too. And then, you know what? Do you believe in the GoFundMe pages when people do it? Carol, what's your take on that?
So my take on that is I think it's a wonderful thing for people that need it, but as to donate, I would question it. I'd be very leery because you don't know who's starting it and where the money is actually going. Yeah. That's my only concern with that. If anybody wants to start a GoFundMe for somebody, I understand that, but I think it's become too routine and too easy to do. I think. I don't know.
I believe that. I agree with you too. And I think some people are doing the GoFundMe pages for different reasons.
I need one. I need a GoFundMe page. I mean, if somebody wants to start one for me, I need one right now.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I do.
I broke my toe. I can't go to work for a day. Can you pay for, it's,
right.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, so, I do.
And we were just reason why I talk about that. Now, David Johansen, a lot of people might not know who he was, but back in the 70s, he was the lead singer of the band, the New York Dolls. He was in a lot of movies. He was also in the 80s. He was Buster Poindexter, hot, feeling hot. Well, he's got stage 4 cancer, and there's got a big GoFundMe page. And a lot of people are saying, here was a guy that had tons of money at one particular time. We don't know what he did with his money, but a lot of people are questioning the page. Should we? I don't know if anybody can question a page like, I don't know what the guy did with his money. Maybe he didn't invest it right. I don't know what he did, but my God, some people on social media are just brutal.
Oh, they are brutal. That's
They're
a fact.
brutal.
I
I
know.
guess, Carol, it's probably easy to be brutal when you don't have to face the person. When you can just
Oh,
have your
yes.
your computer doing or your phone or whatever you're doing, it's easy to say, "Hey, you suck," or blah 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 blah. But is it
Yeah.
easy to see in front of you?
No.
Yeah,
Keyboard
Dennis.
warriors.
Yeah, it's a little crazy here. It really
Mhm.
is. And you were talking about Doge.
Yeah.
People were talking about it. What does
Yeah.
Doge mean? I tell you, it means Democrats officially are getting exposed. That's
Oh,
what Doge means.
no, that's a good one.
It'd be interesting. Now,
Mhm.
I'm not saying we're not talking about every Democrat. We're just talking about that certain party that the last 4 years of, or maybe even longer than that. I think
Mhm.
all this stuff started. And I know I'm going to get a lot of shit, and I really don't care at this point.
Mhm. Right.
I think it all started back with Obama. Obama. I think that's where it started.
Rocky State.
Yeah, Barack Obama. I think that's where it started,
Yeah.
and that's just me. So I don't know. All right, now you want to look, another plane, a jet crashed in San Diego. Hear about this? What's going on with this?
What?
ABC. How about this? About bombarded a Learjet, excuse me, into a runway at the airport in Arizona. This one is Arizona. This one was San Diego. One killed so far. I mean, what's going on with this stuff?
I don't know, but I'm not getting on a plane. Just so you know.
And I am in 30 days, 36 days for the cruise.
Mm.
But I mean, I'm seeing this. It's like, wow, it's
Yeah, I don't
crazy.
understand. I hope something's being really investigated about that. I don't know what it could be, but how is this happening? I don't even understand how it could be happening. Is it a pilot? Has to do with the pilots who's flying them? I have no
I don't
idea.
know if people, yeah, it makes you wonder, man. Hey, look, even
Mhm.
here, there was a car accident here on the expressway, folks, a couple of days ago. Split the car in half. Split the car in half. You're hearing about this stuff. It's just getting crazy all over the place. I
Mhm.
want to say hello to my friend from Elmwood Park, Carlo Nasca's in the house. He says blame Biden. Okay, I'll beat you on that. I agree with you. I'll agree with you, Carlo. If it wasn't Barack Obama, it was definitely Biden then. But whatever it was, yeah, it's good to see, right? Kathy, how are you doing? I don't know. I'm just scared about everything that's going on in this. Like, for instance, with the eggs. With the
Yeah.
eggs. Look at it. Okay. There's a shortage on eggs because of this bird flu. Okay. But why there's no shortage on chickens? Right?
Really?
I mean, what the hell? The eggs are
Really?
shorting on the bird flu, but why come the chickens haven't been, the egg came from the chicken, right? So it had
Right.
a,
Well, chicken, egg, chicken. You don't know.
there you go. Carlos says we can go to Mexico and buy eggs for $1.70 a dozen.
I bet we're not making fun of people who bought their own chickens a couple years ago.
People that bought their own chicken in their backyards
I
now,
know a lot of people
absolutely.
that did that. Yep. They could
Good
make
for
a lot of
them.
money right now. They should be selling
Absolutely.
the eggs
Yeah.
out
I
of
mean,
their
I
yard.
got it. Yeah. And listen, ladies and gentlemen, with that old regime, yeah, the Social Security wasn't draining. They were spending it. They were stealing that money, telling us, oh, the Social Security might not be around too much longer. They were stealing on it. So I believe he's doing the right thing. We'll see what
Yeah.
happens, of course. But the only thing that people are bitching about right now is why the gas is not down and why is groceries not down. That's the biggest bitch I hear from anybody that's against the new regime, with President Donald Trump. That's it.
Yeah.
Well, he said he was going to do this, but he hasn't done that yet. Let him take some time to take care of cleaning house.
I won't argue with anybody on Facebook. And I really do
Yes.
try to keep it very just down the middle and very diplomatic. I try not to talk about politics at all on Facebook, but because I have a lot of friends who are, on the other side or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
But the thing is all I just want to say is, because a lot of them are really good, rational people that I know, right? And
Yeah.
I just want to say, guys, just tell me one thing. How comfortable did you feel that you never saw the face of your president ever? He was MIA. Like, regardless of what's going on, don't you want to see him get in front of the people and talk about whatever it is that's happening? Nothing. We had some major shit happening the last 4 years and we never saw him. It's like he didn't exist. How is somebody running a country? Your safety is at risk. There's there's trafficking, there's drugs, opioids. Where is he? At least Trump if nothing else, you don't have to like him, but at least he is being transparent and showing everything he's doing, like day by day. He's out there, he's
Yeah.
posting stuff, he's having, the speaker, his her Caroline, whatever, she's out there talking about things. I would rather see that. I want transparency. I want to see the president. I want to hear him. I feels like you're a little more, it's more intimate, and you know what's going on.
No, I agree with you 100%. And there you go. I just got to say real fast, Miles Green, thank you so much for the flowers you sent, Laura, you and David. I appreciate it very much. I sent you a text, but I don't know if you got it. Carlos says, okay, inflation went up 3% since President Trump has been in office. And Carlos says, no, we don't need to see him. We just need him to do his job. I think he's taking care of the bigger picture right now. And I think, yes, inflation needs to go down. Once the drilling starts, I know they're going to start doing that. We need to get the gas down. We need to get groceries down. I think he's got so much crap that he's got to clean up. So
inflation was given to us. Inflation was inherited. So you know what? That it doesn't happen overnight. Just like ruining our country didn't happen overnight.
No, I agree. I agree with you 100%. Another thing was interesting, folks. If you see, did you see this thing? It's called this spaceship in Arizona. Did you see this, Carol?
Yeah, I saw it. I didn't know if it was real.
Wait a minute. Now it is real. Supposedly, it's called a sky sperm. Whatever, it's a rocket, and it happens. They see it launched all the time. This thing in Arizona, I guess it's
huge.
It's our military, whatever they're doing, testing stuff. But if I seen that out in front of my house, I would be scared shitless.
I would run. I would be out. I don't even know. I would freak out.
I would be scared shitless. And here's another thing.
Aliens are in there, right? Like for sure.
I believe in aliens. I believe they're there. I believe they're out there. If you think we're the only people in this world, they're going to be completely done. Helen Tanuda, how are you doing, my friend? You know, the thing that scares me now, they have a thing called, submarine. There's submarine parties. Listen to this, Carol. This is interesting.
Okay.
There's a submarine now in Florida and California you can rent for a party. Okay. It's got a nightclub in it. It's got casinos. It's got a restaurant. Everything. You can have your wedding there. It's unbelievable. It goes down. It's a 5-hour party in this submarine thing. It starts between $100 and $300 a person. I don't know. I would like to give it a shot just once because I love the submarine stuff. I think it's kind of cool. But it goes down 1,600 feet.
God. I want to vomit hearing it. My anxiety is going up as you're reading this right now. It's actually, I'd rather be in a plane, okay, than something. And you know how much I hate flying. I'd rather be in a plane on the window seat, on the wing, which always freaking happens to me, which is the worst place to be for me. I couldn't get into anything underwater. I can't go underwater. When I even see people on TV underwater, I can't breathe. My anxiety.
Well, yeah, it's a little scary. It's scary. I never scuba dived. I wanted to. I did snorkeling, which I thought was cool. I love doing snorkeling.
Yeah,
but you still have control of yourself to a certain point.
Right, exactly. Right.
I don't know. It's a little scary. You're watching a little show about big things. You know what we need to do? We need to talk about real estate. That's what we need to do. Mary Grievous at her finest, folks. Don't just call me when you're ready to buy or sell. Call me when you're considering buying or selling. She's your forever agent. Mary Grievous at mgrievous at starkre.com, or give her a call at 630-688-1725. That's Berkshire Hathaway Real Estate with our good friend Mary Grievous. And of course, when she's done with her real estate, while she's doing her real estate, she's still handling the Chicago Music Cruise. That's about 34 or 36 days away. Speaking about going on water and going on a ship, it's our second cruise with Seventh Heaven. It's going to happen March 22nd to March 30th. Fort Lauderdale, Aruba, Carousel, and Coco Key, Bahamas. Please go to chicagomusiccruise.com, put in Tony Ocean, or call Mary at 630-688-1725. Couple rooms left. It's exciting. We're going to be, of course, the Jersey Girls, Tony Ocean, the main event band, and, of course, Seventh Heaven, and so many more great entertainers on that 8-day cruise, spring break, Chicago Music Cruise 2025. Carol Brandolino's in the house with us, folks, filling in for Laura Ocean on Thursdays, and I want to thank you all for that. All right, let me move this up here, folks. Oh, all right, Carol. Everything's going on. It's crazy. What's going on your end over there in your neighborhood? Anything interesting?
I mean, nothing crazy, here. I'm just like thinking about it being Valentine's Day tomorrow. And
Okay.
I don't remember what came up, and I don't even remember if we talked about it, but somebody was saying, talking about flowers,
All
and
right.
and I said, I'm not a flowers person. I don't like, not that I don't like flowers, but let's say I feel like I'm like low maintenance. I think I'm too low maintenance when it comes to certain things for sure. But like, I don't like flowers. I'd rather have like an edible arrangement. If you're going to give me something like flowers, like in that like area
Okay, so
for
you like
Valentine's.
you like the thing that comes with the fruit and everything, and
Yeah,
it comes
I'd
with
rather
the
eat.
chocolates.
I'd
Okay.
rather
All
eat
right.
my gift. Okay. Now, well, that came out wrong because God only knows what some of the people that watch this show. But what I'm saying is, I like things dipped in chocolate. You know what I mean? Like
Okay. All right.
fruit
Okay. All
dipped
right.
in chocolate.
Carlo
So
Carlo Nasca says diamonds are better. A
yes,
lot of
they
people love
are. Yes,
diamonds.
they
Okay.
are.
Hello,
Mhm.
Jeanette. How are you doing? All right. We were talking about the crazy stuff they're cleaning house here. Listen to this.
Mhm.
After getting his security clearance taken away from him, Dr. Fauci, if that's what you
Mhm.
want to call him, really got bad news. In the past 48 hours, HHS canceled 62 contracts worth $182 million that Fauci and his people were under. Those got canceled. His security got canceled. If anybody
Correct.
needs to be, and now that he's pardoned, if anybody needs to be in jail, is this crazy guy, this Dr. Fauci.
Mhm. Yep.
Really, really, I
Agreed.
don't trust the guy. Hey, the
No.
crazy thing about people, they don't like you, but they watch everything you do.
Yeah, those are the ones that watch you the most. The ones
Uh,
that don't like you.
yeah,
That's the
and
scary part.
complete sense. Don't lie to
Mhm.
me. I can respect a bad decision,
Yep.
but I can't respect a liar.
100%. I agree. I had a guy, this is the best story. He dumped me. We were like dating for a few months when I was like
Okay.
19 or something like that,
Okay.
18, 19. And we were dating and he was going away to college, but I was still like a senior, like we're a year apart. And I was like, listen, just go do your thing. It was like at U of I or whatever. Well, how is that going to work? You're going to college. It's your first year. No way. He's like, no, no, no. So we stayed together. He goes away to college. This is the most creative way somebody ever
Yeah.
broke up with me. But he was literally at a party. I respected the guy for doing that. He was
Okay.
literally at a party, probably having drinks, and probably know he's going to hook up with somebody, right? Probably
Okay.
realized Carol was right. This is just too difficult, right? We're only
Okay.
together a few months. He called me like at midnight. I'm like, hello. And he's like, listen, you were right. Like, and so he broke up with me. And I was like so devastated, it was like a young love, whatever, 18, 19 years old. I really liked him, loved his family, still close to his family to this day. But you know what? I couldn't be mad at him. I cried. I was sad for a little while, but he could have cheated. I would have never known because he's away, right? He's away. You just would never know.
All right.
I
Right.
respected him so much more for just being honest. Like he could have done anything and I wouldn't have known. So I'd way rather have honesty that hurts than someone lying
Yeah.
and cheating.
I agree with you. And you know what? You're going to get the shit when it goes down from telling your lie, whatever it is. But at least, or better yet, when you're out doing what you're doing, especially in my thing, if you're out there, a lot of times you hear it in the bathroom. Oh, you hear this when people are talking, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
So you're
Yeah.
right. I think it's definitely better out there. Mel Lennon
Yeah.
Reed, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well, my friend. All right, Ocean's Pit. What else we got here? We got a big guest coming up shortly, but we got a couple more minutes before the weather. People don't leave bad jobs. They leave because of bad bosses and poor management who don't appreciate their value. What do you think about people skipping from job to job to job to job like that? Is it, I can understand if you're making more money, but when you're looking for a new job, sometimes the person that's looking at you saying, but you left 3 jobs because of money. I mean, what's your thoughts on stuff like that?
I just had this conversation like yesterday. Yeah, I think it's really important. The bosses do make a big, it means a lot. If you appreciate your employees, it depends on the type of job you have. Look, a lot of people
Yeah.
aren't going to leave their job if they're making great money, even if they can't stand their boss for, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Because, you have to live, you have a family. But I know a lot of people leave jobs because they don't like their bosses or they're being treated poorly or it's a bad work environment. I mean, it does happen. And for
Yeah.
sure, now more than ever, you're going to get that because of the generation issue we have with work with
Yes.
employment.
Yeah.
I mean, like you got to kiss their ass for them to stay. I think there's a lot of issues now with people at that age, the younger age, staying at jobs because they don't get it. They don't get it. They just want everything their way. And I've heard of people saying, kids going in for interviews, and they're basically interviewing the boss. Like if they want to work for them, they like are asking them questions like, what do you offer? What do you do this? And they're like, what, 20 years old?
Yeah. Right.
And I don't know. It just blows
It's
my
a
mind.
whole different world.
Yeah.
Trump speaking now wants to eliminate the Department of Education. Why U.S. is ranked 40th in the world. There you go, Dennis. Good point, my friend. Interesting stuff, man. We're getting it all good stuff here, folks. I'm not. I like this quote. I'm not out of control, just out of your control. There's a difference.
Yes, there is. There's a huge difference when people can't control you anymore. I just read something. I woke up at 4 a.m. That was it. I couldn't go back to bed. I was so upset because I just knew I wasn't going to be able to fall back asleep. And I just started reading different things. And I found this thing. Boy, it couldn't have hit harder. Like when people can't control you anymore or think they're controlling you, or that they lose it. Like if that's what their thing is control, that's what they want.
It.
And
if that's all they have over you,
that's all they have over you. And it's a real thing. I agree with that.
I agree 100%. With that too. And you were just talking about work ethic with the new generation. Graduates, months after hiring them, citing unprofessional behavior, showing up late, and laziness. Many Gen Z graduates are being fired within months of hiring with employees, citing tardiness, lack of motivation, and poor workplace. Studies show that over 50% of business report new hires lacking in initiative, while 40% note unprofessional behavior such as inappropriate dress, communication. Right? I mean, since the COVID or the pandemic or the flu, whatever you want to call it, in 2020, when everybody was paid to stay home or when people started working from home, I think the whole generation had a whole new outlook on the way thing is. And it's showing in all these different posts and stuff that are coming out. It's crazy. It's nuts. A lot of Thunder Steelers out there. There you go, Boyd. I hope you're doing well, buddy. So interesting what we were talking about, the generation, folks. It's Ocean's Pit, a little show. If you're talking about big things, folks, we're talking about making money, saving money, working, trying to do a thing, becoming your own bank. Well, let's go to Imperialux for that. Imperialux. Imagine putting your money to work for you, becoming your own bank, and making your dream retirement reality with guaranteed life income. That's it. Lifetime income. Wendy Thompson and Craig Coughlin will help you create personal pensions, grow your wealth, secure your legacy. It's never too late to start. Take charge of their financial future today. Give them a call at 630-890-1213 or book through Calendly for a free consultation. Start building the retirement you deserve. That's right. Building your own bank, becoming your own bank, which is very important with Imperialux. Also, Wendy will be on our cruise. Her and Craig will be on our cruise March 22nd to March 30th, doing Marilyn Monroe and Britney Spears, but doing the seminar for Imperialux. You can find more information. Eye to eye, meet them. It's going to be a lot of fun. Imperialux, becoming your own bank. All right. So it's that time also, folks. Thursday, the 13th, it's time for the Ace Minute. The Ace Minute is brought to you by the JRC Ace Hardware Store. Today's weather is sponsored by our good friends from Ace. All right, today's weather for Thursday, February 13th, it's 15 degrees out there. It feels like it's 13 degrees. So it's definitely chilly. Here in the Chicagoland, we had about 2 to 4 inches of snow in the northwest suburbs near the lakefront, almost 6 inches. The humidity is about 81 degrees. Wind chill is about 9 miles an hour. Prediction in snow for Friday as well, folks. 60% chance of snow tomorrow and 75% chance snow on Saturday for the Valentine's Day weekend. And this Weather Minute was brought to you by JRC Hardware Stores. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. Okay. Twisted Thursday. Carol Brandolino is in the house, and we got a guest coming up very shortly. We got some more things to talk about. Breaking for FEMA. Employees fired for defying Trump's executive order halting funds for illegals. These employees sent $59 million to luxury hotels in New York City housing illegal immigrants.
Yep, luxury hotels, yep.
Luxury hotels. Do you know that Illinois, the migrants could have stayed at any of those Hyatts because of Pritzker's family owns the Hyatts. How come that can stay free and you can't? The average worker can't get a nice deal at a hotel. It's sickening.
Mm-hmm.
It's sickening what's going on. FEMA CFO Mary Compass once just fired, like I said, funneling 58 million illegal. It's nuts. That's 58 million we're talking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah. Yes. And it's affected all of our people. I mean, here in Illinois, and I mean, it just, I don't know how people are not believing it. How do you not
They're
believe
believing it. They just don't like it because it's Donald Trump. If it was another Republican Party who became president of the United States, they'd be applauding this guy. They just don't
Right.
like him as a person. If Donald Trump cured cancer tomorrow, they still would not like him. And how many times we talk about that? And here it is, finally, Saturday's coming, and Donald Trump came down, according to Fox News. Trump warns Hamas to free all the hostages by Saturday. We'll see. It's got to be done. After he gets them all home, what are they going to say about him, too? Blah, 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 blah. It just doesn't quit.
That's why you can't argue with people like that. There's no point. You can't,
Okay, Carol, are you a healthy eater? 90% of your diet to be healthy should be a little bit of steak, a little bit of chicken, beef, eggs, avocado, berries. You would lose fat and gain muscle and have 10 times the energy.
Oh, then I'm not a healthy eater. I have no energy.
I'm not definitely a healthy eater either. I eat a bowl of cereal in the breakfast for the morning. That's basically it. I usually don't like going to breakfast. Usually it's a bowl of cereal. And I try to eat the healthier one, you know what I mean?
I was going to say, what kind of cereal? Because my kids hate, my daughter hates me. It's like a treat for me to buy cereal anymore, like the kind that they like, because it's like the worst thing you can eat.
Worst. I don't know what it is. I forgot what it's called. It's got the oats and it's got the raisins and the almonds, whatever it is. Whatever it is. And, I don't even like the taste, to be honest with you. I just know that I got to eat it. It's going to fill me up. So that's it. And then, I have ground beef turkey with a salad for lunch or a sandwich, but it's not that. It's if I have the chips always, like yesterday. In the last 2 days, I had a bag of chips in 2 days. Just
me too.
And then
I wake up with crumbs.
Lifesavers. I had the mini Lifesavers. Starbursts. I ate the whole bag last night watching television.
My God. Yeah, the sugar is the worst thing. But yeah, I'm not good. I mean, I have a worse diet right now. I haven't really been eating at all, which isn't good either. I'm losing a little weight here and there, but I just don't have an appetite. And then I know I have to eat. That's what I need to do. I don't even know how I'm not doing that all day long. I'll be honest, I really don't.
Vodka's the secret of life. Absolutely. Absolutely. We got Patrice in the house, former Honey Bear. Hi, honey. How you doing? Jerry Jam says hello. Jerry, we'll see you tonight. And Michael Buckley from the Taylor Swift Experience. They're at O'Hare Airport, ready to take off. Hope you and Tracy enjoy your gigs coming up. So we were talking about all this health and, oh, God, it just doesn't quit. It just doesn't quit. So I don't know. That would give you more energy. It makes a lot of sense because I don't have energy. All right, here's interesting stuff. Imagine being so filled with hate and spite that you allow your party to convince you that someone who finds wasteful spending of our tax money is a bad thing. You people are truly lost. And it's like we're repeating the same stuff again. Look, how the hell is illegal migrants getting $59 million to stay in luxury hotels in New York when FEMA tried to kick out 3,000 Hurricane Helene victims in Western North Carolina out of the hotels for winter? They tried to kick them out. Explain this to me.
A lot of people are I'll see these posts that say, I can't believe we're living in a day and age like this. They're so traumatized. And I'm thinking, didn't anything bother you in the last 4 years? That's how a lot of people felt. I can't believe we're living somewhere where they're just ignoring what everybody needs. And people are losing their jobs. They're losing their lives, their health. I mean, their kids are mentally, because of COVID and staying home, and the mental illness has grown. That was okay. I don't get it. But now they're devastated and traumatized because what's going on right now. And what is going on right now? That's so terrible. They're revamping things. They're not taking it away. You're still going to get your Social Security. You're still going to get,
Yeah,
it has to
absolutely.
be revamped and kind of, it needs to be like started over. Kind of like ground zero almost. Like, listen, that took a lot of time to rebuild, right? It's like ground zero here with the government, I think.
I agree.
Yeah.
There's so much hatred in this world. Like, in anything like we're talking about the Super Bowl, the halftime. I
Yeah.
mean, one guy just said, "Hey, here's one guy's quote on social media. Hundreds of dancers and participants in the halftime show. They can't manage to feature one single white person in the Super Bowl, in the halftime." I mean, see, that's what I mean about hate.
Right.
There's so much hate that whenever this guy was just watching, I didn't care for the halftime show, but I didn't say, my God, look at, there's no white people there.
Right.
There's some people now that are so angry,
Yeah.
just because you don't like the halftime show. I didn't like it. It is what it is. Whatever it was, it's done. But the point I'm trying to say is, Mike, there's just some people that they don't care, and they'll say it right on social media. They'll type it into their phone. It's not, I don't know, man. There's no rules anymore.
No, but there's no reason to have that kind of hate. Like, honestly, I just don't like that kind of music. And honestly, I didn't even know the music. I like to sing to the music I listen to. I like singing to it, dancing to it. I like knowing the lyrics and just knowing the words. I didn't know any of it. So it was just another rap song to me. And I did see the visuals of it, and it was cool what the visual looked
For
like.
what they tried to, for what they're doing. Yeah, it
Right.
is what it is. Right.
Right.
It's
But I
not
didn't care
my
about
cup of
black
tea.
or white.
Here's a lady named Trina Braxton says, imagine one of the greatest tennis players of all time who won 73 world tennis titles, saying the best 10 seconds of her life was dancing to Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl.
Yeah.
In the Super Bowl, she was dancing there.
Yeah, Serena
Supposedly
Williams.
the dance she was doing, supposedly the message was a gang dance. You hear about this too?
No.
So, I don't
A
know. It
gang
looks like
dance?
she was just skipping. I've seen
It's
it.
like the Crip. They called it the something Crip. She did it when she won her tennis title or something like that. I mean, don't quote me, but I know I read about this, and I think she did it like after she won the title or whatever.
It looks
And
like she was skipping to me. All I seen was a little skip. I mean, anybody does that.
It's nothing. It was just, it's a huge
And
stage.
if it is something that I have, it's out of my realm. I have no clue.
Yeah.
If
I
these
don't
are
believe
signals,
it's
I
anything
don't
gang
know.
related. I think that's
I don't think it was either. But there was just angry people that just wanted to pick on everything.
Right.
Another interesting here. Putin and Trump yesterday, phone conversation, soon negotiating ceasefire and the war between Russia and Ukraine, and all the thousands of humans killed and billions of dollars spent. This needs to be end. That's another thing that needs to be ceased, and it needs to stop right away. Let's hope they have that. All right, Valentine's Day you were talking about, and here's some interesting. Jerry Renda posted this. Family Feud had a thing. What does the person want for Valentine's Day? What's the most thing? Okay. Give her candy was only 2 points.
Yeah.
Try to be funny was just 2 points.
Okay. Yeah.
Here's something interesting. Giving her money was just 2 points. Giving her jewelry was 12 points.
Okay.
Take her to dinner was 16 points.
Okay.
Apologizing and begging was 25 points.
What?
And the most points, Family Feud, the number one answer was give her flowers was 34 points. Over giving her money was only 2 points.
Well, I don't know what neighborhood they went into or city they went into to ask these freaking questions. But let me tell you, if they came into, Chicago or let's say Melrose Park or Elmwood Park, listen, those are the answers I want to hear, because there'll be some expletives in there. But begging and saying, I'm sorry, that's sickening to me. What the hell?
Yeah, that was like 34 to 32 points. It was like a couple points under.
Oh my God.
To answer Mary, no. Tomorrow, usually we are every Friday. We are at Chicago Prime, but tomorrow we will be at 115 Bourbon Street with Ocean's Rat Pack dinner show in Marionette Park. So Mary will not be there tomorrow, but we are there next Friday. We only take about 7 Fridays off a year to do different stuff. So Mary, to answer your question, Ellie Weinhardt, how you doing, my dear friend? Great actress. of course, in the movie A League of Her Own, and the #1 Joan Rivers impersonator. Check her out,
Oh.
Ellie Wiener. All right, we got time. Let's bring him on. We got a guest on. Is he here in the thing? I don't see him up on.
I don't see him either. I hope he's not
Okay.
having trouble getting on.
So
Let me
let's.
just.
Why don't you reach
I'm
out
gonna
to
text
him or
him
give
right
him
now.
a text? Here, sources say Caitlyn Jenner wants to become a mom at the age of 70 with her girlfriend or girlfriend or whatever you want to call it.
Who are we talking about?
Caitlyn Jenner wants to be a mom. To be a mom at the age of 70 years old.
Okay. Adopt. What are you going to do? Okay, adopt. That's all you can do because you can't get pregnant. We know this. You don't have a uterus.
Right. So you can easily become a mom. You can adopt, right? Adopt a kid.
Yeah. So
Right.
he said he could see himself.
All right, let's see. He could be right. Let me go. There he is. All right.
good.
So,
Okay.
ladies and gentlemen, we're going to bring him to the screen.
Hold on.
And here he is right now. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Ocean's Pit. We see we have Nick DeBreezy.
Hello.
Nick, how are you doing? Welcome to Ocean's Pit, buddy.
How are you, Tony? How are you, Carol? Thank you for having me on. How you guys doing?
Good.
Hey, Nick, we're doing great. You know what? First of all, my God, looking at everything that you've been through, my friend. First of all, okay, let's just start real fast. Where were you born real fast?
I was born I'm Chicago, Illinois. My family's from Westchester. We lived in Westchester all our lives, pretty much. And so that's why I am a native Chicagoan.
Native Chicagoan. There he is. All right.
I'm proud.
You got. I know you got a lot of things. And Carol, I want you to start giving some of these questions too. But I know you have a big benefit coming up at the Elmwood Park Civic Center this Saturday, right? At the 2:15. Yeah, this Saturday.
Mm-hmm. It's at the Community and Recreation Center. I have a nonprofit called the Breathe Like a Boss Foundation, in which we pay for basically recreational grants, exercise equipment, physical therapy, sometimes, all sorts of different things for people that are born with cystic fibrosis or have had an organ transplant of any kind. I myself was born with cystic fibrosis, and
so you were born with it.
Yeah, and I'm probably a lot of people don't even know what it is because it's not such a common disease, but it's a genetic disorder that you're born with and predominantly affects the lungs. What happens with cystic fibrosis is your body is constantly creating mucus throughout all of its organs. Why it affects the lungs the most, because if anyone has had, obviously right now there's a big flu going on, or you get pneumonia, or you've had COVID, that constant cough. I lived with that all my life until I had my double lung transplant at 34 years old, which was now almost 9 years ago. So,
do you feel big difference after you got the lung transplant? Do you still have completely different?
Besides my health being improved so much, and now you are trading one disease for another, because after you receive a lung transplant, you're immune compromised for the rest of your life, because you don't want your body to reject that organ. It's kind of like you have something in your body wants to fight. So you're on immune suppressants, steroids, all sorts of drugs. I'm like my own pharmacy here. But in sense of like my lungs no longer have the cystic fibrosis gene. However, I do have diabetes, I have osteoporosis, there are other issues. But the thing that was most important for me, that kept me alive for so many years, was exercise, fitness. I was involved in, as a young kid, and I thank my parents for that. And I also thank some of my doctors at Children's Memorial. I used to go to Children's Memorial Hospital. Now it's called Lurie's. And the doctors, particularly one doctor, Dr. Boas, he emphasized exercise and fitness at an early age. And my mom and dad, they're old school Italians. I'm first generation. They wanted me to do everything that my older brothers did. They didn't want me to have a victim mentality. And I'm very grateful for that, because it helped me when I was dealing with the battle of, dying from this disease right before my lung transplant.
Yeah,
so
but
Nick,
go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. When I was reading your bio, this is what struck me is you said you had it, you had was it 25% of your lung, right, capacity, or 15% at some point, and then you started doing Muay Thai and boxing and stuff like that, and you lived like that for, was it 14 years before you had to get the double lung transplant? Is that correct?
So you guys, you kind of broke up a little. You kind of broke up a little bit, Carol. But you were mentioning the 25% under 25% lung function. Is that what you said?
Yes, yes, and
Right.
then doing the working out and the Muay Thai and boxing and all
Can you
that.
hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
We can hear you.
Uh-oh.
Can you hear us?
We can hear you.
Yeah. You're freezing up.
I don't
but
know
we
if you
can,
guys can.
Yeah, we
yeah,
can.
we can hear you. We can hear
I hear you
you.
now. I hear you now.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah.
I lived with a below 25% lung function.
Oh, crap.
So I lived with a below 25% lung function for over 14 years. When I was 20 years old, I had moved to Los Angeles because I'm an actor. So I went to Los Angeles to pursue my career as an actor. And within 6 months, I caught a pretty bad lung infection, which was common, but this one in particular put me in the ICU. And one of the things they said at that time was, if you don't get a lung transplant, you may live for maybe only a couple more years. And so what I started to do was I just got back in the gym and I started exercising more. I went back to boxing. You know, I was training. And although I had a 25% lung function for over 14 years, I really never stopped working out at all. There was even a point where I had an oxygen cannula 24/7 up to 6 liters. And I dragged that oxygen tank into the gym. And because it gave me a sense of purpose, you know, like if I could achieve this, maybe, just maybe I can defeat anything, you know, and it gave me hope to get in that gym and work out as much as I could.
Yeah, Nick, but where did that? I mean, a lot of people might have just gave up on that. What was what drove you? And look, because of that, look what you're doing right now. I mean, it's fantastic. What was the main force behind you to keep doing this?
Well, I do believe it was the way I was raised, you know, like I said, you know, no victim mentality. My mother is a strong woman, a strong faith. So faith in God is what led me to believe and to have hope and prayer, you know, but besides that, I had incredible community around me. And I see that community now with the nonprofit, but more importantly, when I was really struggling, there was a point where I had to move to Stanford area, Palo Alto, and I had to live there for almost a year, first waiting for my lung transplant, because I originally got one call. I was hospitalized. They flew me to Stanford, and they put me under. They did all the prep. I woke up with the same lungs, because what happened was when they had the donor's lungs and they did a physical observation of it, they noticed they had nodules on them, and they had to cancel the surgery. So here I am at Stanford. I have no clothes, nothing. I was flown up there, and I'm waiting, and I'm on oxygen. I have like a 10% lung function at this point. I'm basically on my deathbed. I was lucky enough to, get there, but sure enough, I wake up with the same lungs. So that was like emotionally, it drained me. It was a huge emotional roller coaster at that point. It was the worst time of my life. But that faith, and the support, and the people that were messaging me on Facebook, they were doing fundraisers. They were raising money for me because I was living in the most expensive part of the country, and I was not working. New York at the time I was married to my wife. And so it was that community, like all these people are gathering around to help. You know, I come from a small village in Italy, Sassano. In this village, they did a soccer tournament in my name. These are people that really don't have a lot of money. The average salary there might be $1,500 a month. And they all came together, and they, I mean, politicians, firemen, police, the town, the priest, the bishop, they all came together. Thousands of people raised money for me. And when you see that, it gives you that extra desire to want to fight, because now I have to fight not just for me, but for them. I got to show them that they're raising this money for a reason, and that gave me a strength. I don't know. Besides my health improving, something else occurred during that transplant. It was a sense of gratitude I received, and empathy that came from it, and that power of community I learned from this, and I realized that other people should get.
Oh crap.
Being able to go into the gym, being able to have that community support and help. I wanted to give that to other people as well. That's why I started the Breathe Like a Boss Foundation.
Well,
what about your kidney?
Yeah.
I want people to know about that. What happened with you? Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
We can hear you.
You're good.
You're good.
He probably can't hear us. He's frozen.
You are good. You're frozen at this particular point. We have guest Nick DeBreezy, folks. his adventure of his health adventure and everything that he's going through. Hopefully we can get him back here. Nick,
Yeah.
if you're here, we can hear.
Sorry, guys. I lost it for a second.
No, that's okay. That's okay. There you are. He's back. Nick, what about your kidneys? You had a problem with the kidneys too, Carol was saying, correct?
Yeah, I'm here. I hear you guys.
Okay.
Your
Go ahead,
kidney.
Carol.
What happened with your kidney?
Yes. So after my lung transplant, being on so many immune suppressants, eventually, and it's common, where you can go into kidney failure or failure of other organs sometimes. And sure enough, I was actually in Chicago when this started happening. I was booked on a reoccurring role for Fargo season 4, and I was filming in Chicago, and that's when my all of a sudden my kidney function started dropping. After filming Fargo, I caught some sort of a virus and ended up in the hospital Loyola, and my kidney function just dropped really bad, and I got listed for a kidney transplant, but I was on dialysis for about a year and a half. And I was lucky enough to have 2 older brothers that are my guardian angels. I mean, they're alive, but they're my angels on earth. And they both right away offered to give me their kidney. And my brother Dominic was a perfect match. And sure enough, he stepped up to the plate. He donated his kidney for me. So I wasn't just given the gift of life once, but twice. And that's also one of the things that our nonprofit preaches is the importance of being an organ donor.
Yes.
You know what? With the support that you had and the faith in God and the way your parents were brought up, being
Can you guys hear
Italian.
me?
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah. Like we were saying, can you hear us? Can you hear us, Nick? Can you hear us?
It might
Yeah,
be.
I hear you now. I hear you now.
You can hear us? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, you were very fortunate to have your family brought you, people all around you, and the faith in God and everything that kept you going. Tell us a little bit about this foundation that's happening this Saturday, the 15th of, this Saturday? It's 2 days from now.
Yep.
Breathe Like a Boss Foundation. And tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, so we're having a bocce ball tournament. This is our second one at the Elmwood Park Community Recreation Center. They have the 4 indoor courts there. We also have a golf simulator room there, nice little area to eat and everything. So we'll have plenty of food. If you want to play, it's a 9 a.m. registration. There's a link that we can share possibly online where you can get your tickets there. We have some wonderful sponsors. We're very blessed with, again, community, the love of community. Everything happens with community. Without community, there is no nonprofit. So I'm very blessed to have a lot of friends and lovely people in my life that are helping with this. And, we also have a speaker coming who's one of our grant recipients. She's an incredible, very big inspiration in my life as well. And she turned it around. She had a double lung transplant. Now she's running triathlons and all sorts of stuff. We paid for her CrossFit training many years ago, 6 years ago, I think is when her lung transplant was. We have Team Illinois because I also participate in the Transplant Games of America, which is kind of like the Olympics for organ transplant recipients. And we have Team Illinois there. We sponsored them last year. There'll be a few of them will have their own bocce ball team, which is going to be great. So we're representing strong in the organ donor recipient family there.
Yeah, you ain't kidding. This is just an incredible thing what you're doing, Nick. It really is, and hopefully can some of the younger. Did you ever think of going around? You might still be doing this. Do you go around and do seminars and talk to kids and people?
I did some. I mostly speak for other nonprofits. I was involved with Make-A-Wish. I spoke for them quite a few times. Cystic Fibrosis Foundation in the past. Other nonprofits that helped me. I share my story and how they helped me. And I would definitely look to do some more motivational speaking. I have done some. I also, I'm in contact with a lot of social workers. They put me in contact with pre-transplant patients, and I kind of mentor them or just befriend them. And I'm kind of there through, telling them my story. Because, when you see someone that's gone through it and they've done so well, it gives you hope. I had that. I had that. I had so many friends that had gone through it that kind of were my mentors just because we became friends. And it really helped me because I realized there's a sense of hope now. I can do it. If they can do it, I can do it, And I believe that doing that for others is it's imperative for what we go through because our recovery is very difficult. It's not an easy thing.
Your story is amazing. And Nick, something I got to ask you with all the big pharma and everything, and you've been with a lot of medical stuff going through you. What do you think of the medical things here in our great country here in the United States, the way they're doing things with people? What's your opinion?
Listen, I wouldn't want to do this anywhere else in the world. I mean, I am in contact with other CFers in other countries like Canada and especially in Italy. And I noticed that, for instance, there was a drug that came out. Unfortunately, I couldn't take it because I had a lung transplant, and it's for pre-transplant. Some people post-transplant take it, but for other reasons. It's called Trikafta. When Trikafta came out, it was a game changer for people with cystic fibrosis. It really was the only drug that kind of followed and found the root cause of it and changed the whole dynamics of the disease. All of a sudden, our life expectancy went from like the 30s to like 50s now. If you're born with it, you may live in your 60s. When I was born, they told me I wasn't going to live past my teens. And when I was 20, they told me I wasn't going to live past 2 more years if I didn't have a lung transplant. So there's no, these numbers and statistics, there's no statistic for someone's indomitable will to survive. And that's what people don't understand. So I tell people that all the time. Don't listen to doctors. Listen to them, but sometimes they're not very tactful. They give you the worst case scenario. But at the same time, if I wasn't in America, I wouldn't be alive today. So I kiss the ground I walk on every day. I'm very, very happy to be here. And again, with the Trikafta, people in Italy, some of them can't even get on this Trikafta. And this has been out for about 5 years. You know how hard it is to get? Now, the problem is that one individual pill is $500, which is insane. So the cost of medication is too much. So if you don't have insurance, you're completely screwed. So there's good and bad in both.
Something like this, yeah. Nick, were you obviously Italian? Do you speak Italian? Parli italiano?
Sì, parlo italiano. La famiglia mia è di Salerno, provincia di
Mia
Salerno.
famiglia sono from Lucca. Yeah, mia famiglia sono from Lucca, sono Toscano io.
I'm beautiful.
So yeah,
nice.
we can do our own show talking in Italian all day.
Absolutely.
I love it.
I'd love
Yeah.
to. They featured me on the news in
Nick,
my portion of Italy at one point.
Yeah.
They shared my story in Italy, and when I went back, because I hadn't been able to go for 20 years almost. After my lung transplant, I went back with my mom. That was the happiest moment of my life. It was really like everything I fought for to get back to what I consider in my country, Italy. I love Italy with a passion. And when I went back there with my mom, it was very special for the community because of all the support and love and everything they did for me. I was able to show them and be there face to face to thank them. And that meant the world to me. That really meant the world to me.
Well, you're very blessed with a great story that you have, and you've been very blessed with people around you, your family. God bless you, man. Nick's got this big thing going on, folks. If you got no plans on Saturday, get out to Elmwood Park, Breathe Like a Boss Foundation. Nick, what time does this all start Saturday?
Yeah. So registration's at 9 a.m. If you don't have a ticket, you could easily come in and just buy a ticket there. Just general admission ticket. You don't have to play bocce ball. There's also a golf simulator room. We're going to be doing closest to the hole event, and there's raffle tickets, so you can buy raffle tickets. We have some amazing raffle prizes to give away. And by the way, Mama Maria's from Bensenville has sponsored our food, and so they're giving us a whole bunch of food. We're gonna have a great lunch. That will be at 12:30. So yeah, we'll be there until about 5 o'clock, pretty much 5:30 maybe. Open, or there's a cash bar, not open bar, cash bar.
Yeah, open bar. You'll be really in trouble. There you go. Right.
Busy.
We'll have a lot of fun, Nick, but we'll be in trouble.
Yeah, absolutely. And Nick, so your family, everybody around you, I mean, what does your doctor say now when you talk to these people, when you go back to your doctor and say, Doc, you told me I was going to be gone. What do they say? You got to be a miracle.
I don't approach it that way. I'm very happy and proud of my doctors. I've been lucky with incredible, and they're my friends. I have one of the doctors from my Children Memorial, Dr. Stephen Boas, who awarded me with a medal. I don't know if you could see it not that long ago. And he's going to be speaking also at our event. So he'll share the story, and he'll probably talk about me. And I wasn't a saint. Don't get me wrong. Trust me, I fought back with the doctors. I was kind of my own doctor at an early age. And with my disease, you kind of have to be, because you got to remember, doctors have 150 patients. We're just ourselves. We have to look after ourselves. So, you better learn about the medical and labs and reading labs and knowing your own x-rays and understanding the stuff that you need to know, and look after yourself, because, you're in it for yourself. I mean, really, the doctors have too much on their mind, but I'm very lucky to have the best doctors in the world too.
Wow, when Carol came into me with the story, it's an amazing your story that you have, Nick, and maybe you can write a book about it or something. And it's very inspiring for people that need to hear stuff like this and look at you. If you were on the show right now, no one would ever have known anything that you've been through, the way you present yourself, and acting, boxing, and everything that you're doing, and keeping the Italian spirit alive in you, making us Italians proud, which is important.
Thank you.
Especially it very is. But Carol, you want to say anything else?
No, I was just about to fall apart for a minute. I had a little tears, but no, you know what? I've known Nick's family, his brother. That's how I know Nick from many years ago, and I knew that he had gone through this over the years, but I just didn't know everything, obviously. Yeah. So I want to say thank you for everything you're doing, and just creating awareness, because not people. That's what we need. We need to know this, and I think it's so important to be an organ donor. Like I've always said that. So this just shows what being an organ donor can do, why it's so important. And I think you said they're going to sign people up there too.
Yes, thank you for bringing that up. I appreciate that, Carol. We're going to have Gift of Hope there. They're our organ procurement center of Illinois. So if you got a transplant, they're the reasons why. Okay, so they'll be there. They'll be sharing what they do. We'll have someone from the Gift of Hope, one of their somebody's going to be speaking about it, and they'll be signing up people live at our event. We did that last year. We signed up a couple of organ donors, and so we're saving lives at the same time we're raising money. And we're very, very proud for everyone to come. And anybody wants to come and just show up, feel free. You can pay at the door, and you can buy a couple raffle tickets. Just get involved. And the most important thing, if you're not an organ donor, please sign up, because look what's happened to me. And there's so many people that need our help right now. There's so many people.
Nick, you are an inspiration, and we appreciate. Thank you for being on the show and telling your story, because a lot of people don't like to. Especially Italians, sometimes like to keep ourselves kind of private and stuff, what I'm stuff. Yeah. But, a lot of us, we like to talk, and this is a great thing that you're doing, and God bless you, man. You're still alive, and you're very fortunate to have great people around you, man. You are totally blessed, and God is with you. And like we said, we were always talking about everything that's going on in this crazy world. It starts with your mom and dad. It starts with your grandparents, right?
Yeah.
No matter what we're talking about.
My grandparents raised me. Yep. My grandparents lived in the same house as me on my dad's side. My grandparents on my mom's side were in Italy, but they were instrumental in raising me. And I learned so much from them about hard work ethic,
old school,
faith, and family, and tradition, and culture. All those things was the reason I'm alive. They all played a part in it, definitely, without a doubt.
Well, Nick, I'm going to leave you with this question: is it gravy or sauce?
Sauce. I say it in Italian.
La salsa Maurizio. My real name is Maurizio. So they go, my mom. La salsa Maurizio. I believe if it's with meat and bone, whatever the other, that's it's the sauce. If it's marinara, it's the gravy. I agree with you. It's
honestly, we never said gravy in our house unless we were talking about turkey, to be honest with you. But we also only spoke Italian in the house.
My parents we only used the gravy when we had mashed potatoes for Thanksgiving. That was it. We never used it.
That's how I saw it. Yeah.
Right, exactly. Nick, thank you so much. Guys, Breathe Like a Boss. It's going to happen Saturday, 9 a.m. Bocce tournament there at the Elmwood Park Circle in the Recreation Center there. It's beautiful over there. I've been there many times. A bocce club. Do it for a cause. And then hopefully if you can get us information, we'll share it on our page. Absolutely. Where they can sign up and stuff like that. Nick DeBrisi, thank you so much for your time, sir. Have a big success for you on Saturday. And keep us posted when you go back to shooting Fargo, whatever you're doing. Let's get you back on the show and talk about some of your acting, some of the stuff you did too. That'd be
there's
great.
A lot to talk about there. I just did an episode of Dexter recently that should come out in the summer. So we're
very cool. Very cool. Yeah, we got to talk. We'll have you back on. We'll talk about that. Thank you so much.
I'd be honored. Thank you so much, Tony. I appreciate it.
God bless you, man. Ciao. Say Bennett.
Thank you, Nick.
All right, there we got Nick DeBrisi, folks. How cool is that? It's Ocean's Pit, little show about big things, folks. And even though we went over the hour, but I think it's still okay. I just want to throw in real fast. Jack Vana Landscaping, give him a call at 847-432-5266. And Louis Airtight Windows, folks, 708-788-5000. It is inspiring, Carol, what you told me. And hearing this gentleman's story was like, wow. And being a fellow Italian, it's mind-boggling. I think it's just, people can see what he does. It's an inspiration, not only for kids, but for people who are actually going through this and everything that he went through, so God bless.
I'm excited to be there on Saturday. I'm really excited to be there on Saturday.
Well, it's going to be good that you're doing something and covering that. We want to see that too, folks. It's going to be good. Guys, tonight, Tavern on the Point, Edison Park. Tomorrow, 115 Bourbon Street, Marionette Park with Ocean's Rat Pack. Saturday, Ronald Estes Club Arcata Theater. 2 nights, Saturday and Sunday, oshows.com. On the 19th, we're talking about another cause, another good thing. Next Wednesday, we'll be at the Tap House Grill, and the concert in Lamont is going to be for the homeless. Bring your coats, hats, gloves, mittens, whatever you can bring. There's no cover charge. You can buy a raffle ticket. Come on in. The 20th will be at Positano's in Oak Brook, Jerry Jams and Lisa P. 22nd, Pier 290 with Oceans Rat Pack. The 23rd will be at Caliendo's in Winfield. And the 27th, Oceans Rat Pack starts again at Club Arcada Speakeasy. Birthdays for the 13th of February. Michael J. Fox turned 63 years old. Steven Tyler of Aerosmith is 76 years old. Leslie Nielsen, actor. Robert Wagner, 95. Tina Louise, better known as Ginger on Gilligan's Island. Thomas Edison, a lot of important people born today. Thomas Edison, of course. Sheryl Crow, 63 years old. Abe Lincoln, former president, excuse me. Absolutely, very important. Josh Brolin, Paul Carrick, Charles Darwin, of course, great history guy. Lou Graham, of course, and Allison Rosati from NBC News celebrating a birthday. Guys, it is that time. Tomorrow, we have a busy day. I got a senior show at 2 o'clock, but at 12 o'clock, we'll have Ron Starr on talking about his tribute band, Band on the Run, tribute to Paul McCartney and Wings. And that's it. So, guys, have an early, happy Valentine's Day. Go out and have fun. Stay out of trouble. And remember a couple things. Every show is brought to you by our good friends from Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local. What do they got going on? All the sales they have. Here it is. Oh, yeah, we got Ace Wild Bird Food. A 40-pound bag is only $18.99. Make sure your car is winter ready with Peak Windshield Wash. 1 gallon is $1 off. And Carhartt clothes, hats, gloves, zip-up hoodies, winter jackets. That's right, 30% off. It's Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local. Download the Ace Rewards app. We keep track points, coupons, and special offers. Ace takes care of you. Buy local, shop local, support local establishments, support live entertainment, and be kind to everybody, right? Carol Brandolino, thank you so much for being on. Look forward to seeing you guys. Joey Spin's going to be there tomorrow night, too. So we're excited about that. It's going to be a lot of fun. Good. You guys have a great day. And, again, remember, Laura is home. She's resting up. And, again, thank you for all your prayers and everything. We appreciate it. Guys, Ringo Starr says, peace and love, and we need it more than ever. Peace and love. You have a great day, Carol. Bye-bye, everybody. God bless you all. Nick, take us out, everybody. Bye.
Time to go. It's the end of the show. See you later from town.
Bye-bye, everybody. God bless you and all your family and friends for watching this show. Peace.